Hello everyone, today I will be diving into how different dietary patterns affect muscle growth when trying to gain muscle by strength training. We'll focus on a couple different factors such as calorie intake, protein intake, timing meals, and using supplements. It is very common to have heard that protein is key to building muscle, and that is absolutely true. Protein is used by ribosomes, which are like tiny little factories inside your muscles that take amino acids from the proteins you eat and turn them into muscle fibers. These muscle fibers are what make your muscles contract and expand during training, and having more of them leads to stronger and bigger muscles. This process is called muscle hypertrophy. This process takes some time due to the fact that protein must build up in the muscles for the ribosomes to turn into muscle tissue. This happens when you lift weights and create tension in the muscles during your workouts, but without enough protein in your diet, the ribosomes are not able to fully build muscle tissue. This is why protein is absolutely essential in a diet to maximize muscle hypertrophy from your workouts. We know that protein is very important, but to what extent? Let's explore an experiment done to help us search for the best diet. In a study done in 2022 by Jose Antonio and others, two groups were separated into high-protein diets, eating 3.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, and regular protein diets, eating 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Both groups lifted weights and were measured before and after. It was actually found that both groups gained the same amount of muscle, but the higher protein group lost a little bit more fat. Speaking of fat loss, one common diet to go with this is the keto diet. You may have heard of this very common diet believed to have helped with weight loss. This is where a vast majority of carbs are completely cut from the diet. And while yes, this is true, it does burn fat, according to multiple sources, if you are lifting weights along with the keto diet, trying to gain muscle, it's probably not the best option. Carbs play a big role in the quality of workout and the recovery after. A 2021 review showed that keto hurts your muscle gains when strength training, causing muscle atrophy, which is the opposite of muscle hypertrophy, which we went over earlier. So what is a better diet? A balanced diet with a good mix of protein, carbs, and fats is best according to some research. Supplements can also help balance the diet, such as creatine and omega-3s. You can also supplement protein if eating enough protein is something that you struggle with. As we all know, we lose muscle as we get older, but not keeping up with all the habits we have been talking about is why so many of the elderly struggle with getting around. Maintaining and building muscle is arguably even more important the older you get. In a study conducted involving overweight men and women older than 55 years old, people were either exposed to high-protein diets, resistance training, or both. It was found that those eating a high amount of protein and exercising by far lost the most amount of fat and gained the most muscle. Those who either just ate protein or just exercised fell short. This shows the importance of consistently training and eating enough protein, especially at an older age. Lack of strong muscle at an old age is often the cause of immobility in the elders. Making sure that you're eating properly and training consistently allows you to stay more active later in life. So if we take account into everything that we've talked about so far, I think we can come to a few main conclusions about a good diet. Number one, you must absolutely have enough protein, but you do not need to go completely overboard. Protein is the number one factor behind protein synthesis, and without it, ribosomes do not function optimally to create new muscle mass. Number two, if trying to lose weight, do not cook carbs out too hard, as they are very important to having enough energy to work out well and recover properly, which is when the protein synthesis actually happens. Number three is to possibly consider supplementing to meet protein goals or to help support a well-balanced and rounded diet. Lastly, staying consistent with your training and with your diet is the most important, along with giving your body the fuel it needs to recover.